Everyone, this is Vic back again on another live. Today I'm going to review a very dear fragrance to me, Lancetti, Lui Di Lancetti, or Lancetti Homme. This scent was released by the house of Lancetti in Italy, and this is a great fragrance. Rarely talking about this fragrance on YouTube by other reviewers, but I decided to do this because it's one of the greatest scents in the market. Lancetti Homme or Lui de Lancetti was launched in 2000 by the House of Lancetti. Is an aromatic fougere, and the nose behind this masterpiece is the British perfumer Mark Buxton. Let's first break down the notes. Top notes are tangerine, basil, grapefruit, artemisia. Heart notes are cinnamon, bourbon geranium, nutmeg, and pink pepper. Base notes are labdanum, Haitian vetiver, also tolu balsam, incense, Virginia cedar, vanilla, and patchouli. So what we can talk about this? Lancetti Homme or Lui Di Lancetti is made from 200 different ingredients, carefully picked out by perfumers Mark Buxton, following the instructions and the wishes of the House of Lancetti. It opens brilliant and fresh notes of grapefruit, tangerine, basil, and artemisia. And this fragrance is a fabulous fragrance for springtime. I would like to a little bit talk about the House of Lancetti because the House of Lancetti is pretty well known to Italians, less well known to others. Pino Lancetti was a fashion designer, and this gentleman launched his fashion house in 1950s, and he was on command of the House of Lancetti until 2001. And the House of Lancetti was of haute couture and designer house also, and is still the house is still on production, but unfortunately Pino Lancetti is not anymore at command, and the atelier of House of Lancetti is in Roma, but this fragrance is the all the good signs from the House of Lancetti, the house of the perfection, I can call. And this fragrance is very well known to Italians. I think my dear friend from Italy, Luigi, surely knows this fragrance because Lui Di Lancetti, it's now a classic Italian fragrance for gentlemen, and really it's a very nice fragrance for spring and for summer. Very well blended by Mark Buxton. Mark Buxton himself has his own brand, and he's based in Paris. He's a master perfumer, and nowadays he works more for himself than for others. But fortunately, he created Lui Di Lancetti, and we are very happy to have this fragrance in the market. This is not a mass market fragrance. This is not a mainstream fragrance. This fragrance is very, very unique and really deserve to be highlighted, deserve to be introduced to you, because a little bit you are mostly most of you are unfamiliar with the House of Lancetti, but the House of Lancetti has lots of great fragrances in the store, and Lui Di Lancetti is one of them. This fragrance is fabulous fragrance, and really I always talk about this fragrance with my friends in our fragrance community reunions or gathering, and fortunately is still in production. The price value is great. You can have it, let's say, for 30, maximum of $40. You can have it if you're enough lucky. Not very well distributed all over the world, I can acknowledge. You can find it easily in Italy and in the Italian market, or maybe on eBay. You have to try to find it. The projection is great, the lasting power is great, and the scent trail is fabulous, and really has that little touch of bubblegumish fragrances. It's a very modern fragrance. It's not a very dated fragrance. It's a fragrance that you can easily wear it today and you get compliments. It's a true compliment getter. Lots of people always ask me what I'm wearing, and they are very curious to know what is that, because it's not a very common fragrance that you can sniff. If you wear Bleu de Chanel, or you wear a Sauvage, or you wear a Paco Rabanne 1 million, well, those are very well-known fragrances, but everybody can guess what are you wearing. But when you wear Lancetti, Lui Di Lancetti, or nobody practically knows what you are wearing, then it's more interesting, it's more personal, and it's more catchy for your surrounding than when you are wearing a very well-known fragrance such as uh, how we can say, such as such as Sauvage, or such as 1 million, or such as other fragrances. I'm sorry, I have to say something. While I am alive, I can read your messages, but I cannot reply to you. I don't know if there is a problem with my messaging system or with the YouTube. I'm very sorry. I can read your messages on the screen, but I cannot reply to you. So I have to mention this because it's not my type of way that I don't reply to people. I really love to reply to you while I'm on the air, but I can't. I don't know. Maybe there is a way I can do it, but unfortunately, I cannot manage to answer your answer your messages. So this one is also for my friend, famous YouTuber, that he is now messaging me. I'm sorry, mate, I cannot answer to you, and this is very unfortunate. So let's go back to Lancetti. Lancetti Uomo, or Lui di Lancetti, is a fragrance that really I advise you to discover. And this fragrance is the fragrance that, yeah, that's right. Mark Buxton made also fragrances for Comme des Garçons. You're right about it. Famous YouTuber. He's a great fragrance maker. He's a great perfumer. He worked less now for others. He worked more for himself and for his own brand, located in Paris. But now we are talking about Lancetti. Lancetti Homme is a fragrance that you should discover. In my opinion, if you are searching for a real Italian fragrance, Italian fougere, Italian aromatico, then this fragrance is made for you, because seldomly I come across a fragrance that really impressed me so much. But this one really impressed me because whenever I wear it, I feel good. And the vibes are great. Is woody, is aromatic, is also fresh and spicy. All, when you pretend to put 200 different ingredients in one bottle, then you really have to be a master of blending and well blend that juice. This fragrance is extremely well blended. Is still in the market, is still in production, so it's up to you to discover this fragrance or rediscover this fragrance if you ever experience Lancetti, the Homme. And really, just my job is here to talk about the fragrances that I love, and I wanted to share it with you. But remember, wear only what you want to wear. Don't get forced, or don't get obliged by others. You have to choose your own personal fragrance. You have to be the final decision maker, and you have to be the only one who will pull the trigger. So my only advice is, first, test test the fragrance, wear the fragrance, then pull the trigger if you really enjoy. Because my personal choice is not yours, and yours is not, fortunately, mine. I always make my decision based on my own nose and on my own testing. Then I really pull the trigger, and then I really decide to review a fragrance or not. Because if I buy a fragrance that I don't like too much, I will never review and I will never talk to you. This fragrance is a great fragrance, deserve to be highlighted, and deserve to be introduced to you. So really, and it's a real hidden gem. It's a real remained under the radars for at least 2 decades. But connoisseurs from Italy, from Spain, they know well Lui Di Lancetti. And this fragrance is less known to the American customers or to the European customers. It's more popular in Italy, is more popular in Spain, and it's even more popular in Latin America. So this is funny because I have friends that who lives in Ecuador, and they knows perfectly Lui Di Lancetti. So this is my take on Lui Di Lancetti. Have a great day. I was very pleased to talk with you, and also I'm very sad that I couldn't answer to your messaging while I was on live. And anyway, just drop me your messages on the comment section, and be sure that your messages will be answered. Stay safe and sound until we talk again. I wish you all the best, and above all, stay tuned. I'll be back soon. Cheerio! Hi, Pat. I'm sorry I cannot answer to you while I am alive. I don't know what's problem. It's maybe something that I don't know, but I can read your messages. I'm glad that you messaged me. I'm really honored, but unfortunately, while I'm live, I cannot answer to your messages. Have a great day, my friend Pat, and I wish you all the best. Cheerio. Bye bye.